Today we're going to build a DAO, and we're going to make one that lets you vote, create votes, manage the votes, lets you have a token that members can buy, and we're also going to put this token on Uniswap so that you can distribute this to maybe your friends, right, initially, or the people that you're working with, and then later on also let it be bought by somebody else. So all you need to do for this, or all you need to have, is a wallet. So I'm using MetaMask, but you can use a few others as well. And you also need to have some Rinkeby test ether. Okay, so I know at the time of this recording, at least, it's a little bit tough to get to them. But it is possible, and I'm going to be linking a few resources at the bottom of where, at least right now, I know you can get some test ether. Now, we're going to be building this with Aragon, and it's one of the most popular DAO toolboxes, basically. So it gives you all kinds of templates right out of the box, makes configuration extremely easy. And but still, there are a few gotchas that I found when I set this up, and yeah, so I thought that I take you through the whole process. Now we're going to make pretty much a plain vanilla DAO, which is what most people are starting out with anyway. And so if you go on the website aragon.org, I don't even know how you pronounce this, but anyways, so you go to create your own DAO, and then you want to go for the Aragon client, Aragon. And this one you pick when you also want to have the voting in there, okay? So this whole governance setup and so on. So this is pretty much the standard that you want to shoot for. So this takes you here. So you will have to connect your wallet, and I'm recommending that you have development wallet set up for such purposes. And you can also take a look at some of these examples here, but we're not going to do this, but we're going to go straight into creating this. So we're going to go for this company template here, company template. You can also take a look at the other ones here. So there are some with non-transferable tokens, and but we don't want these. Okay, so we're going to go for the company one, and then you see here, so you get the voting, you get tokens and finance, and there's an optional app, but we're not going to get into this right now. So let's just use this template. Then let's do banana. Okay, so I tried this earlier. We have to call this banana too, I'm sorry, but my previous attempt failed. So the next one is already choosing how you're going to set up the voting. So the most conventional setting is that you have 50% at least of your tokens need to be, or of the ones that have voted, need to be for the proposal. Otherwise, it's not going to go through. And the other thing that I would recommend that you discuss with some of the people that you're setting this DAO up with is how many, like what is the minimum percentage? Okay, so this isn't really a it's a technical implementation of this, but you really need to think about like what are some of the ramifications that you want to avoid or so. Okay, then the duration is something, you know, I mean for especially for this testing, you can just set this to a low number here, but you also don't need it, so it's not gonna have to expire until essentially until this time is up. But you know, when you have 100% votes in this test environment, then your proposal is gonna get approved as well. So the next step is already talking about the token. So let's do banana token B. Let's do BAT. And it lets you initialize your token distribution if you want. Okay, so I think it makes sense to, especially if you're just playing around, to just have two of your own wallets equipped with some tokens. Let's actually make this a little bit more. Let's do 10,000. Oh, let's do 5,000 each. So, and here I just have another dev wallet. This one maybe, and another 5,000. And then we're going to review it so you get all the details again if you want to check this out. But this setup is extremely simple. So all you need to do is make sure that you're in the Rinkeby test network, okay? And then you confirm this first transaction where the token is created. And then you're going to get another confirmation, another transaction that you will have to confirm in order to set up the organization, if I'm not mistaken. So let's confirm this too. And this is where it got stuck. Yes, here we go. So, and this was already it, okay? So when I saw this for the first time, I thought I was not expecting this. So this is extremely smooth. Okay, so this takes you to your dashboard, and here you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. And the interesting thing now is this is what everybody with a token can see. Okay, actually everybody who also doesn't have a token. Okay, so this is public information. Publicly displayed information. So here I have my two wallets. Okay, so this is like the token overview. So the token distribution, what is the current total supply, right? So we had 5,000 each and so on. What's the name? Now there's also a token address, right? So we could now go on rinkeby.etherscan.io and we can look at this contract and pretty much all the transactions and so on. Okay. So this is properly deployed. We're gonna take a look at this a little bit more closer later. So what you could now do is let's actually go to the voting first, and then we're gonna talk about this a bit more. So here, this is the voting section. So let's basically start with a new one. Should we mint something like this? Okay, so super generic, right? So in a normal setting you would have to be put a little bit more effort in it, and then in order to make this proposal you're gonna have to confirm this, and again with the transaction. Okay, so this is on chain. So this takes a moment to confirm, okay, but it's gonna show up here in just a moment. And while this is loading, let's go to the finance section, which is super boring at the moment, but it's also straightforward. So if you want to transfer into the treasury of your DAO or out of it, then you will need to do it here. Okay, so you can deposit tokens, right? So maybe it's ETH or whatever, and then you, with the wallet that you're using at the moment, you're sending this to this DAO. Okay, so this is useful if you are using the, let's say the master wallet of this DAO. We're not going to go into multisig today, but you know, you might have a place where you have tons of ETH lying around, and then you actually want to put it into, you want to make it usable, okay, and send it to somebody else through this DAO. Then you can pick whatever currency you have and the amount and so on, and then you submit the deposit and so on. And the withdrawal obviously only works if there is something in it, but this is something that you can just try out on your own. It's super smooth. So let's go back to voting. And now we have this, you know, this proposal in here. Let's go and confirm this again on chain. Confirm, bestätigen means confirm, just in case you were wondering. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we have 50% of the votes in. It's not showing here because I think it hasn't been confirmed yet. But let's actually switch the wallet now to my other test wallet. Okay, so now we see it. Okay, so the first vote is in, and now my wallet has changed, right? So different address here. So this was created by a different address than you can see here, and I'm gonna click on yes, create transaction, confirm it, and that was it. Okay, so now we should see in a moment that we have 100% approval of this. Okay, so now this is something. This was a proposal that doesn't have any implications. Okay, but one thing that I think is really useful, and this is how it should be, is when you are, for instance, when you're creating new tokens. Okay. Or when you're trying to send a transaction somewhere, then you actually need to vote on this. Okay, so here now we see this. It has been approved. You know, you get all your information back, and yeah. So this is a simple vote, and I would really just encourage you to try this on your own. It's actually too simple to dive a lot deeper into this now, because what I would like to do now is put this all on Uniswap. Okay, so you need to have some interface with the rest of the world, right? Otherwise, also like the early contributors to this project are not going to be able to get this token. I mean, you can send them the token, you know, in exchange for a check or whatever, or you know, I don't know, maybe they give you a cookie, and then you can send it directly from here, from this wallet. But maybe you just want to go the normal route, and you actually want to go through Uniswap for this. Okay, so let's do this. You go to, what is it, app.uniswap.org, and I'm assuming that you know what Uniswap is. If not, let me know. And you want to go to pool, and then you want to hit create a pool. Okay. And okay, so maybe just one thing that we could check. Sorry for jumping here, but let us import this token into this wallet first. So assets, and then import a token, and then you see it here. Okay, BAT, and add custom token, and I see that I have 5,000 BAT in my wallet. Okay, in one of these test wallets. So back to Uniswap. Now we're gonna have to pick a pair, and again here we need to look for this contract address. Okay, so you can find this here under tokens. Yeah, that's where I just got it from. You hit import. Yes, import. It's super dangerous. Yeah, exactly. So and then you get to set up how you want your liquidity pool to look like. Okay. So again, there is so much stuff on liquidity pools on YouTube, so I'm not going to go into all the details here. But basically, this is all you need to do in order to get going here. Okay, so we're using this pair between these two, and I'm just using, for simplicity, I'm just using Ether as the pair. And then you need to set a starting price. Okay, then you set a ridiculously large span, right? So that the protocol basically has room to navigate. And is this working? Yes. And now you can choose how much you actually want to put up. Okay, so if you use this relation, then given the current price, which probably by the time that you're watching this video is maybe 10 times that, but you can basically choose how much of each you want to put in. Okay, so there's a fixed relation based on basically all these dynamics that you're putting up here. And you have to provide both tokens to Uniswap for this to work, okay? Because you want to go both ways, okay? Sorry. And this is already it, okay? So then you just need to approve it. This is, again, another transaction that you need to confirm. Just make sure that you're always in the Rinkeby ecosystem, okay? So that you're not losing your tokens. And this takes a moment to complete. And you can also, can you? Yeah. There's a, yeah, here it is. So this lets you actually see like basically all these interactions, like what's going on at the moment. But I'm assuming that you know this. Cool. Yeah, and now I think we get another confirmation. I'm not sure. Preview. Oh yeah, we still need to add it. Okay, so we're adding liquidity to the pool now from our wallet. Okay. Boom. This is it. Confirm. Okay. And now 0.5 ETH has been submitted to Uniswap. Okay, from Rinkeby. Rinkeby ETH, obviously. And now somebody else could come here and they can buy this token. Okay. And what I was just showing you on Rinkeby works exactly the same way on all the other networks. Okay, so you can put this on Polygon, you can put it on Ethereum if you're too rich. You can run this on Arbitrum. So this absolutely works. Okay, and yeah, this is actually another test that I did earlier. So more liquidity in here. Yeah, and now you're pretty much set up. Okay, so you give somebody the address that you have, right? So they go for the banana token, right? And let's actually switch to the swap. And let's just show you that this actually works. Let's switch the wallet again. Let's go to the third wallet. Is that it? Yes. Now, we go for our funky banana token. We want to get 100. And I get a quote. Oh, I have way too little ETH. Sorry for that. Okay, that's better. So I can get 10 banana tokens now. Okay. So before we do this, I mean, this is all stuff that you can check for yourself now. But here you can see now. I think this is the actually what is basically parked on Uniswap. Okay. And yeah, so now you have these odd distributions here, and let's just swap this here. It's driving down the price, crazy. Okay, let's confirm, submit it, view. Yeah, and if you've done this before, then this just takes a moment to get confirmed. And in this very moment, we're going to have a new token holder on our DAO. Okay, so I find this. I'm still amazed by how simple this is. So unless you want to do crazy stuff, then of course it gets very complicated. Yeah, but this is basically what I wanted to show you. Okay, so here now this is the new token holder, right, which came through Uniswap. Here the number has reduced again by 10. So everything is just as we would expect this, right? And now if you wanted to make this a live thing, then all you really need to do is switch out the network and pretty much deploy the same stuff all over again. And then you have a live DAO that you can do all kinds of things with. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Also, yeah, if you want to have, I don't know, if you want to learn about other things, also let me know. I'm super curious to hear. And yeah, have fun. Have fun setting up your DAO, and I wish you the best of luck.